What happens when you mix some Eye of Newt, a tower builder, supply chain management, and friendly sales competition? You might get something like Potion Tycoon. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Watch on and find out. My name is Thoraxe, and this is Strategy for Busy People. If you've got a few minutes, I'll tell you what to play. I am a sucker for any kind of builder with quote-unquote tycoon in the name, so here we are looking at Potion Tycoon by Snowhound Games. I've got just over 8 hours in this title. I had previously reviewed News Tower, which was also a quirky builder/tycoon game from a small developer, so I had high hopes for Potion Tycoon, a quirky builder/tycoon game from a small developer. The premise of the game seems fun. You have decided to take up the business of potion vending, and you are, more or less, in competition with several other AI-controlled potion shops in town. I promise it gets more interesting from there. While Potion Tycoon is a builder game, you do have some restrictions on where and what you can build. At its core, this is kind of a tower building game where you can only construct various rooms and equipment vertically within the allotted space. Your potion shop has a fixed width, and certain rooms and equipment must be built below ground versus other rooms and equipment that must be built above ground. More or less, your production facilities are underground and your sales facilities are above ground. In the simplest sense, you combine ingredients in a cauldron based on certain recipes, bottle them, and put them on the shelves to sell. There are really only 16 or so core potions that you can make. Each ingredient has 4 quadrants, and each quadrant holds a property. One of those properties will be a key base property for an ingredient like bone. The other 3 properties will be qualities that might be good or bad depending on the recipe. You start out with only a few ingredients that you can produce, and you take it from there. That's right, I said ingredients you can produce. In addition to being a tower builder tycoon game, this is also a farm simulator. Okay, maybe I'm overselling that a bit much. You do have to grow either the herbs or mushroom ingredients that you use to make your various potions. Growing is done by your gardeners, who are one of several types of employees that you can have in your shop. Yes, employee management is also an important aspect of the game, which we'll return to momentarily. While you start out with a limited set of ingredients you can grow, you do have several ways to obtain more ingredients, which include buying them from a recurring vendor and winning them from the various people you interact with. Those people come from one of several factions with whom you can curry favor, and each of the 3 factions has one particular type of potion that they align with. These are health, sorcery, and provisions. Winning favor with these factions is also a key to winning the game, as each faction has a sort of mission tree that you can follow, which culminates in the end game. Hint, I didn't get that far. Back to employees. Each of your stations requires employees with a specific skill. You have alchemists who brew the potions, and gardeners who, well, garden. Clerks sell things in the shop. Managers manage, and so on and so forth. But while these basic skills get you in the door as far as operating machinery goes, your employees will eventually gain experience and want to be promoted, which comes with both various buffs you can choose from as well as the expected rise in salary. Ultimately, this is a tycoon game with employee management, which means you have to sell goods at a profit and make sure your revenues exceed your expenses. And you're doing this all while competing with the AI opponents who are working tirelessly behind the scenes to make better potions than you. While your first, earliest potions will have some appeal, you quickly learn that you need to add more ingredients and balance the various buffs and penalties of those ingredients to make more and more appealing potions. You can also process ingredients by drying, boiling, and other methods, which involves an interesting puzzle of a sort. Each of these operations can remove one particular half of the ingredient, leaving 2 qualities. Combining various ingredients can nullify certain qualities, like an antidote and a toxin quality. But you can also stack certain qualities, like 2 antidote qualities combining to form Antidote Plus. Adding better and more desirable qualities will result in a higher appeal, which, when compared to the competition's potions, may result in your potions ranking superior. Having superior potions in more categories can be related directly to the mission tree, but can also improve your ability to get faction VIPs to give you their own quests, which then come with rewards. I'm not sure if it would be expected in a Tycoon game or not, but Potion Tycoon does feature a tech tree that is unlocked by your alchemist doing research in a special room. The tech tree can unlock both new production equipment as well as new room decorations and items. Employees have both stamina and action points, ultimately determining how much they can do in a day. Certain room decorations improve the room rating, which can afford additional action points or cause stamina to reduce less quickly. Ultimately, you are always trying to make the room quality and stamina drop as high or as low as possible to ensure the highest throughput for your production. Thinking about it, your garden ingredients take time to grow, then they are collected and moved to processing equipment, then to cauldrons or other production equipment, bottled and then moved to the shelves. Once a patron picks up a potion, they have to buy it. All of these steps can take time, stamina, and action points on your employees' parts, so ensuring speedy operation is helpful in raising profit and achieving your mission objectives in time. Those faction VIP quests I mentioned earlier typically have a deadline for completion, so make sure you don't fail. Before I give my final verdict, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share it with your friends. Agree with me, disagree with me, or want to see other content? Let me know in the comments below. Want to try this game yourself? Check out my humble affiliate link below. And if you want to support me in making more of these videos, become a patron on Patreon. Your support really makes a difference. The final verdict. I haven't even touched the marketing systems and potion grading systems in this review, and there are still other production automation systems that I didn't even get to during my playtime. There's also the expected system of loans and interest payments. There's absolutely a lot to explore here, and there are currently 2 different maps that have different constraints and characteristics that affect your play. On my trademark 3-point score scale of avoid, meh, and I forgot to eat, I cooked a lot of mushrooms and herbs to come up with snazzy and cutely named potions, and they were all tasty and great. You should try them. I mean, try it, the game, you newt. In the end, though, I got tired of this vegetarian potion life and decided to go slaughter a lamb. I mean, what's wrong with a little mutton?